this is all about this is all about practice. So when we say acha insan, good, this has got so many meanings. A person who is drinking, he'll say it is good to drink. A person who is smoking is saying it's good to smoke. So all these things are very relative. But uh, our Guruji, he has always taught us ki how, if you want to measure the happiness of a person, finally, why we have come to this world, to be happy. Whether you are a college student or whether you are a working professional or a business person or whosoever, finally we want to be happy. So if that is your priority, happy without any reason, with something, if I get this, I'll be happy. If I get a better job, I'll be happy. If I get more salary, I'll be happy. If I get more business, I'll be happy. This is one way of going about it, which is a very hard way. And most people in the world are stuck up there. So what we have been learning and taught and we teach also is, first be happy. That happiness you express wherever you want to express. So you express it in your job, work, profession, business, whatever you do, or as a student, express. So finding your inner happiness is what we are this. And that comes by two principles basically. First principle is, take total responsibility of your life. That means whatever is happening in my life, good or otherwise, I have attracted it and I am responsible. I have created it, knowingly, unknowingly. That is the first principle. So you at least will stop blaming people, passing the buck, or uh, basically blaming the world. All this will stop. Second thing is, people will ask, how do we stop this? How do we stop? Simple thing, start being thankful for what you have. Gratitude. So I give this beautiful example. I just love this example. Like, let's say you want more money, and I say, okay, you can create what you want. So people say, I have created, I want 1 lakh. So I said, visualize, see 1 lakh coming. And then 1 lakh they visualize, and then they get 500 rupees. So normally they will curse that 500 rupees. I am saying that 1 lakh rupees you asked for, the first installment came to you is 500. So be thankful for that first installment. But typically people will this. You take, that is about wealth, about bodily pain. You have some problem, any problem in the body, physical pain or any other. It can be lead from cough to cancer. Okay, that is a wide range. And you feel not nice about the body. So I say, you ask what you want, health, good health. Okay, ask for the good health. In that good health, your cough is little better than yesterday, even 1% better. Be thankful for that 1%, then you will go to the 99 balance. That simple thing. Take responsibility and be in gratitude. Same way with relationships. Someone is hurting you, he has told something there. All right, who has created? I have created. I don't know how. At least I say I have created it. At least I will not blame him. By not blaming him, his attitude towards you will be at least little better. Little better. Be thankful for that little better. Relationship will get better and better and better. This is the art, the science, and the law also. All the three.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the J4E podcast, the voice of Indian startups, where we speak to people just like you. We speak to small business owners, MSMEs, startups, large business owners. This show is your one stop shop for anything and everything to do with business, to learn about entrepreneurship, to learn about the Indian startup culture. My name is Amandeep Singh, and let me welcome you to today's episode of the J4E podcast, the voice of Indian startups.
Jai Gurudev. So I'm here today with Shri Manoj Lekhi ji, and Manoj Lekhi sir needs no introduction. He's at the heart of the Siddh Samadhi Yoga, and we are today sitting at this beautiful place known as the Rishi Gurukulam. So before, or rather, let me not be on the screen for the most of time, and let me introduce you to Shri Manoj Lekhi ji, sir. Jai
Yes.
Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.
So, sir, three things that I wanted to understand from you. So, I've attended one of your sessions, and you emphasize on these four elements or these four things to express gratitude. So, my topic for today's conversation is around gratitude. So, number one is, thank you. Number one. Number two is I forgive. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Number three is I love you. And so, initially, sir, you must have faced that people who come to you with their concerns, they are generally very apprehensive to acknowledge that they have something which is missing in them, and this is the journey that they start. At while doing it, of course, there's a lot of hesitation because
Right.
they just don't understand it.
Right.
How do you help them to sail through that journey,
Hmm.
starting from an apprehensive attitude to something that flows very normally into their life?
So the thing is, basically, see, everyone has problems.
Correct.
Every single person, whether they agree or they don't agree, is a different thing. Like you said exactly, that they are a little apprehensive, that initially they don't want to share their problems.
Correct.
So I asked the reverse. Okay, that I know they are not willing to share. I asked them this question, which we ask in the success program, like this. What are the, if you were given 6 months time, what are the three things you would like to see happen in your life? Maybe in health, maybe in wealth, maybe in relationships, or maybe in all three. What would you like to see in these three areas in 6 months to happen in your life? Now, since you have put the question, I'm asking yourself also. Yeah.
So in the next 6 months, health wise, of course,
Yeah.
I need to be more energetic. So there is this lot of lethargy, there's a lot of
Right.
exhaustion that is there in
Right.
my body existing.
Right.
And when I came here yesterday, suddenly there was not a short of energy, but I was not lethargic also.
Right.
When I'm in town, then I'm going out with my normal
Right.
life.
Right.
Constantly my
So,
subconscious keeps
if
thinking about
just
food.
give me in 3 lines: health may what you want, wealth may what you want, relationships may what you want.
So health may I would need to be more energetic and active,
Okay.
wherein the body and the mind are together.
Right.
Wealth wise, of course, financial freedom is a very individualistic definition, but
Right.
I want to be financially free.
Can you be specific in that financial free figure?
Figure,
Monthly?
if I'm earning say about a lakh rupees per month,
Hmm.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Ah.
Very satisfied.
Okay. Third, in relationship.
Relationship wise, I would need my daughter to grow up into a matured kid taking care of the parents and her mother.
How old is
Specifically.
she?
She's 9 now.
Okay.
So
So,
that's
so obviously you want a better relationship with your daughter,
correct.
huh?
Correct.
Where she responds to you positively and
Yes.
listens to you, whatever your
Yes.
and yours and mummy's.
Yes.
Okay. Right now she listening, or sometimes yes, sometimes no, and sometimes rebelling.
No, she's not rebellious as such. She listens to both of us. But the bonding, I
Can
don't
be.
want this bonding to go away.
Right, right. You want to enhance the bonding.
Enhance the bonding.
So there are, like you started with gratitude. The answer is all in gratitude, which we teach, and we have learned it in the Siddha Samadhi Yoga program. And when I read the book Ho'oponopono by Joe Vitale, so that's where I got introduced to these four mantras called thank you. Mantras we say, thank you, love you, sorry, forgive me.
Forgive me.
And this is, it's an old Hawaiian practice called Ho'oponopono, means whatever is not balanced, you balance it out through these four mantras. So in
Correct.
everything we do that, and we learned this in Siddha Samadhi Yoga only. Here it is a practice going on for ages. There it was given to us by our Guruji very simply and very systematically. So there are two principles, like I said, is the first principle of life is whatever is happening in my life, I have created it.
Correct.
And I am responsible. And if I have created it, then I can rectify it.
Of course.
If you have created it, then I can't rectify it. If I have cooked some meal, I am responsible for that meal, whether it is tasty or not tasty. So if it is not tasty, I use the four mantras. If it is tasty, I use the four mantras. If it is tasty, I say thank you, love you. If it is not tasty, I say, sorry, forgive me.
Forgive me.
And then it becomes tasty and lovable.
Correct.
So it's a very simple practice. I tell those people, so your question was, how do you take people along? First, I want to know what they want in their life. What is their problems, they will not share generally. But what they want, generally people share.
They will share.
Then I know their problems. No?
Correct. Right.
What they want, and this is the whole practice, the whole magic of life is, can you focus on what you want rather than what you don't want? When we say he's a negative person, means what? Negative, we feel negative, we use this word very freely, negative.
Correct.
Or he's complaining, means what is there? The brain can think only one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Correct.
What I want or I don't want. You get
Correct.
some food, someone gives you, I want it or I don't want it.
Don't want it.
At one time. Every second it can change.
Correct.
Next day I will want it. If I take it, I say, no, I don't want it. That's the next second. So, the whole science of spirituality or inward development is, can you catch your thoughts? Is it, do you want it or do you don't want it? This can take the whole lifetime to practice or many lifetimes to practice. But I assure you, if according to me, if anyone is being with me for 3 years, what I learned in 30 years, and 3 years my way, not their way, 100%,
100%.
then what I learned in 30 years, they'll get in 3 years. And maybe much faster also if they are really a sincere student. Sincere means sincerity to the T, like a Hanuman.
Correct.
Then 3 months, 3 years is also too long. Too long. Then 3 months is also sufficient if you are a sincere student. So much is the, because we have gone through the long journey.
Of course.
I went through 30 years to understand what and all mistakes I have made, making, and I yet continue to make.
Correct.
But I keep on, I am the student, just keep on learning. Every moment I am learning and I am catching mine. So whatever I am catching my thoughts, okay, because I am catching my thoughts, it's very easy for me to explain. And I got a
Correct.
daughter also.
Correct.
So to make her very open towards me, we share one of the best bonds in the world, I say, with my wife also, with my daughter also, because like you said, if you want people to be close to you, there's only one principle: be utterly vulnerable and truthful. Don't hide any facts, be what you are. Otherwise, most parents try to look the ideal parents.
Correct.
And you try to give all the wonderful values which everyone knows to be kind, sharing, loving, and all. Who doesn't know about this? But you are only not, we are only not like that. Then they see a conflict, that they don't want to relate with you. Inside. Outside, you are feeding them, so they will relate with you. So when you are truthful, open, I'm like this, and then there's a whole technique, process, how to be that. How do you then communicate to them? And you want them to be disciplined at the same time, how to communicate. So all this is a process. It's a matter of practice. Like I said earlier also, you start off with 5 minutes in the morning watching a video, 5 minutes in the evening coming in the Zoom. Our workshops are there every day. At least start with 5 plus 5 minutes and 1 rupee per month. At least give that as a dakshina. So there's a connection, and that 5 minutes in the evening can become 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It can become a lifelong thing also.
Correct.
It depends on you, but at least take that step and experiment for 66 days. They say 66 days, be regular in anything, it becomes a habit. So start with 66 days, 5 plus 5 plus 1. See what happens in your life. Take it from there.
So, Manojji, I also want to understand from you, what is TYL and how can we, or rather, what is the purpose of TYL? Yes.
So, DYL means, the original form is design your life.
Understood.
So, design your life is exactly what I have spoken about is, I am responsible for my life. So, I have created it. So, if it is wonderful, beautiful. If it is not wonderful, then I have the option, I have the possibility, I have the eligibility to change it.
Correct.
So, design your life. How to design your life? Number 1, take responsibility, I have created it. Number 2, but things are not going well with me. Yes, I understand it's not going well with you in health, wealth or relationship. Start being in gratitude. But how do I be in gratitude? How can you just say be in gratitude and thankful? Okay, come, start with 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, and 1 rupee per month minimum. Okay, start with this commitment and do it for 66 days and experience that life is gratitude. And I would say thousands of people have changed their life. If you want to go deeper into this subject, then Guruji has given this program called Siddha Samadhi Yoga. Go into that. It's a 14-day program. Go deeper. If you want to go still deeper, then there are many more programs. So it's a journey. I say start with 5 minutes, enter that 14-day program, then go deeper and deeper and deeper. So it's taken me, I've been in this journey for last 32 years. So 32 years, and I say I'm yet a student, and honestly speaking, I am a student. Every day, I mean, there is infinite knowledge, and I'm all the time learning, and learning not of the outside, learning that why this mind is like this, why the intellect is like this, why the ego is like this, why the awareness is like this. So there are so many things that we don't have to go outside for the movie.
Correct.
The entertainment is happening here. But we go for outside entertainment. The entertainment is here. The Rama is here, the Ravana is here, the heaven is here, the hell is here, the Swarga is here, the Narka is here. Now, choice we are making also. Every moment we are going into the Swarga or Narka, heaven or hell, going up and down in our emotions. So we say, put your hands here and you'll know whether you are in heaven or you are in hell. If you feel good, you are in heaven. If you feel bad, I'm sorry, please forgive me.
So one last question, Manojji, before I thank you for being a part of today's conversation is, you did mention that as parents we need to show that we are also vulnerable in front of our student, in front of our kids. Now I want to kind of broaden the perspective, and I believe that everyone should show their, rather than showing everyone is vulnerable, we all are human beings, but there is this ये डर है अंदर, right? There is this hesitation that we have of social stigma. कई लोग बोलते हैं कि यार मैं ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. They just, like, I'm talking about myself only. There are certain things that I still don't want to be with me. So there is this constant tussle between the subconscious and the physical being. What are those two initial steps that one must take to start this journey of accepting who you are rather than expecting from yourself?
Yeah, so you said that we are all vulnerable. I said, no, we are not vulnerable. All are not vulnerable. Because if you are vulnerable, it's a beautiful quality. If you are vulnerable, it's a beautiful quality. Means vulnerable in my context, what I'm saying is, if you are able to accept your mistakes,
Correct.
in front of
Someone.
at least your family, and then go on expanding. And then in front of your team, then in front of your group, then in front of the society, then in front of the world. The best example is Gandhiji. Why he is so strong? Because he walked the path of vulnerability. He was absolutely open. Autobiography of a Gandhi,
Correct.
So he was so open that he is not hiding anything, his mistakes. And because he is not hiding his mistakes, he could overcome almost every barrier in his life. So vulnerability is a beautiful quality, and I always encourage. Yesterday here I'm with people. I said, because why we don't want to admit our mistakes? Tell me, why doesn't a person want to admit his or her mistakes?
लोग क्या सोचेंगे, मेरी इमेज डाउन हो
Then I
जाएगी.
hear, and then I got one beautiful caption by Navjot Singh Sidhu, quoted by him, quoting him that दुनिया में क्या कहेंगे लोग, नहीं, what is it goes, दुनिया में सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. So we are so much worried about what he will say, she will say, society will say, world will say. Our whole life is, my God, what is he thinking about me? We need to break out of that. And yes, if you are concerned who is to think about you, be concerned first is, what does my wife or husband think about me? What does my child or siblings, child think about me? What does my parents think about me? This is the order. First is the wife or husband, then child, then parents, then maybe siblings, and then it goes on expanding, like that. But at least start with your spouse and your child. So start, and you will feel so much confident that then people may throw stones at you. As long as your spouse is okay and your child is okay with you, you yet feel like a king of the world, because at least they have understood, na?
Yes, they're the closest.
Right? They are the closest. If she is understood, why do I bother about others? So we have this program called Magic of Marriage, how to get relationships so close. Again, the truth, the secret here also in this is how open you are to each other, one. And this only happens by being in the part of truth and developing this sense of vairagya.
Yes.
So vairagya means detachment, means I don't own my wife, I don't own my child. Just because I got married, just because I produced a child, I don't own the child. I am just a trustee of the child, and I am a fellow walker of the path with someone who we have termed as wife. That's all. It's a journey, and again, it's about dropping. Vairagya means you have to drop. We are, in our Guruji's language, somebody. I am Manoj Lekhi. I am doing this interview, and I am such a big person. All this is absolute nonsense. Nonsense means doesn't make sense. Nonsense.
Correct.
Because I feel I am somebody, I have the problem. Actually, I am a nobody because no body. At the end of the day, हमको भी जलाने वाला है. So finally, if I am with that truth that I am not here for permanency, with that you become with that awareness you become a nobody. And when you are a nobody, then nobody can touch you, because log kya kahenge is only for people who are somebodies. I am a so and so, so I am hurt. If I am nothing, then what is there to get hurt? People will talk. See, people talk about Gandhiji today. So many people talk positive, even some talk otherwise also.
Correct.
They will talk about his relationship with his son. They will talk. So they don't see, okay, he may have failed as a father in their eyes. Can you be a human being like him in those other 99.99999 qualities? So we just take what we want to, because we are scared to live the path which he lived. So I say that there's no point blaming people. I am responsible. I have created. Make your life. Again, I say start with 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, 1 rupee per month. At least start your journey. And if you start, you will find your path. We have hundreds, thousands, and lakhs and millions of people who want to be here to help you. We have the family already. You ask for help, and they are there 24/7 with you, and we are there 24/7.
Correct.
So just take it, just take the journey, have that conviction at least for 66 days.
Right. Thank you so much, Manojji. This was really a very, of course, I wanted to, have a longer conversation, but due to the paucity of time, I'll, stop this conversation here, but looking forward to many more.
Yeah, we can have anytime we can have just little free this thing, then we can do it.
Of course, next time, look forward to it.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to the J4E podcast. We certainly hope that you really enjoyed this conversation and you learned a lot from this conversation between two entrepreneurs or two businessmen who were discussing their journey into business, and of course about J4E. To know more about J4E and to listen to more such amazing conversations and to be a part of the J4E community, don't forget to follow us, like our channels and subscribe to our channels. Just go on the internet and search for J4E, alphabet J, number 4, alphabet E, and we'll be right at your disposal. This podcast is driven by the J4E community and is available on all major audio streaming platforms. You can also watch the video on the YouTube channel. And with this, I sign off for today, and I can't wait to meet you in the next one.